Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. How you doing? We all good? Good to see you. We've had a really good week in the football. We've had winners every day. Absolutely smashed it. Back on business tomorrow in the Premier League game, week 16. Before I get into that, like the video if you want, subscribe if you would. Appreciate it if you do. Not going to waste any time. We'll jump right into these. First game, early kickoff, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Crystal Palace look well off it, don't they? Don't seem to have a goal in them. Whereas Liverpool, on the other hand, we've won 3 in a row now, unbeaten in the last 5, scored the first goal in 4 of the last 5. Crystal Palace, no wins in the last 4, no clean sheets in the last 4, and they've conceded the first goal in 6 of the last 7. We're actually unbeaten in the last 14 games coming up against Crystal Palace. We've scored the first goal against them in 7 of the last 9. First half winners, 6 out of the last 8. 8-0 in the head-to-head here. Jurgen Klopp, 8. Roy Hodgson, big fat 0. That says it all. Liverpool win. I think it'll be a 2-0. I really do. Liverpool 2-0, something like that. We'll make it 10 times harder than it should be. But that's what we're about, innit? Liverpool, get it done. Nice and easy. Next game, not much for this. Brighton v Burnley. 8 of the last 10 Burnley games have seen 3 or more goals. Both teams have scored in 4 of the last 5 Brighton games. Both teams have scored in 5 of the last 7 in this fixture as well. I just think Brighton win. I do. I just can't see Burnley getting anything away from home here, especially against Brighton. I don't think I'm going to be betting this one. I could only look at Brighton to get that one done. Game number 3, Man United v Bournemouth. Now, Man United have the last 5 they've won 4, lost 1. These don't draw, do they? It's all or nothing with this team. No clean sheet in the last 3. Scored the first goal in 6 of the last 7. Bournemouth are pretty much doing just the same. Like Bournemouth have been doing all right lately as well. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. No losses in the last 4. Both teams have scored 6 of the last 8 Bournemouth games. They've actually scored the first goal in 4 of the last 5 and 8 of the last 10. Excuse me. 8 of the last 10 Bournemouth games have seen 3 or more goals. Man United have actually won the last 3 against Bournemouth. They've won the first half, 4 of the last 5. Both teams have scored 4 of the last 5 as well. I'm not so comfortable taking a Man United win here. I'm really not. I'd rather both teams to score. Dominic Solanke will definitely pop up at one here. He's had a decent season. Just don't fancy Man United to win. They should do. Realistically, they should win, but you just can't trust them, can you? I'm not saying we can trust Bournemouth, but I think we can trust Bournemouth enough to score a goal. We can trust Man United enough to concede a goal. I think both teams to score, and that'd be the way I was looking. What have we got next? This is a stinker, this one. Sheffield United versus Brentford. 6 of the last 8 Brentford games have seen 3 or more. Brentford have scored the first goal in 7 of the last 9, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 5. Whereas Sheffield, on the other hand, I don't even know what to say about this team, really. Couple of stats, 4 of the last 5 have seen 3 or more. No clean sheet in the last 12. Conceded the first goal in 9 of the last 10. And they've lost the first half in 5 of the last 6. Funnily enough, in this fixture, Sheffield United are unbeaten in the last 5 games against Brentford. That is fucking nuts. That's crazy. I know Brian and Mbeumo is going to be out for Brentford. He's ruled out till next year. It's only a month in it. He'll be back in January, they're saying. That's a big chunk of Brentford missing there. It really is. He's most definitely the main man ever since Ivan Toney got fucking clocked for betting on himself. You're out of your mind if you think I'm taking Sheffield United here. I'm probably not going to touch this game. I'd say probably just like over 2.5. I don't know. It, Brentford should win. Brentford should smoke these. I mean, if you're conceding 5 goals to Burnley, that's all I'm gonna say. I'd be looking at Brentford to win that one. Probably look at the over 2.5, see what the odds are on that. Next game is Wolves v Nottingham Forest. I actually like this one. I really like this game. 6 of the last 7 Wolves matches have seen 3 or more. Both teams have scored in 9 of the last 10. They've actually conceded the first goal in 6 of the last 7. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, they've lost 4 in a row. They look well off it. I don't know what's happened to them. The wheels have fell off. 5 of the last 7 have seen 3 or more. It's probably the only solid stat I could give you on Forest. Head to head in this fixture, 8 of the last 10 have actually seen under 2.5 goals. But like I just said, Forest have lost the way. I can see Wolves winning this one, especially at home. And look, let's face it, if Wolves win this game, then that's their season done, innit? They're done then. So, yeah. Wolves, me, I'll definitely be having a bet on that one. I can't see Forest getting anything against them. I really can't. What have we got next? It's Aston Villa v Arsenal. This will be a cracker, this one. Arsenal have won 6 in a row. 4 out of the last 5 have seen 3 or more goals. They've scored the first goal 6 of the last 6, and they've won the first half in 5 of the last 6. Villa have been fantastic this season, haven't they? I was made up that they beat Man City, fucking buzzing for that. Like. They've had no losses in the last 6 games. 5 of the last 6 have seen 3 or more goals. Both teams have scored in 5 of the last 6. I see goals, goals, goals in this one. I really do. Other than the goals, I'll be honest with you, I don't think Arsenal get beat. I know Aston Villa at home this season have been phenomenal, but if Arsenal want to stay on the title charge, like, they need to win this game. They really do. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I feel like the bookies are definitely clocking onto Villa nowadays, and it's just, you're not going to get the odds like you were at the start of the season for them. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe look at the odds for Villa to win or draw. I don't think Arsenal get beat. It could be a draw. Villa could win. I'm not so sure, but I'd say the over 2.5 is solid here. Both teams to score look solid. Maybe I'd be leaning towards Arsenal. I really would. I really would. Moving on. So these are Sunday's games now, aren't they? Yeah. So first one on Sunday, we've got Everton v Chelsea. What is this Chelsea team, man? What are we doing with this Chelsea team? No clean sheet in the last 5. 5 of the last 5 have seen 3 or more goals. Both teams have scored in the last 5 as well. These have conceded the first goal in 4 of the last 5 too. So, poor. This £1 billion plus team is so poor. It's not even bang average. It's well below par. Like, when are we all just going to wake up and accept the fact that Enzo Fernandez is bang average for 100 mil? Moises Caicedo has been awful for them this season. He's well off it. Over 200 million in 2 players there, and the absolute garbage. What has happened? I couldn't tell you what they've spent the money on. It looks like a bunch of kids done it. Can't put me money on Chelsea. I just cannot back them with money. Especially coming down to Goodison Park. Like, I don't know whether you watched that game the other day against Newcastle, but that stadium was rocking, mate. Like, that was a proper footballing atmosphere, whether you like it or not. Chelsea aren't going to like that. I can see their arse falling out of them. I really can. The only solid stat I've got for Everton here, they've scored the first goal in 6 of the last 7. And they look game, don't they? Let's face it. I said it in the previous video, Everton aren't as shit as what we think they are now. And I feel like Goodison Park, the way it was against Newcastle, it'll be the exact same on Sunday with Chelsea. I'd be taking Everton to win or draw. I really would. I'm not messing. 5 of the last 6 times these have played each other have seen under, well, 2.5 goals. Chelsea have scored the first goal 4 of the last 5. I really like both teams to score in this and Everton to win or draw. I really do. Can't see Chelsea getting 3 points here. Really can't. Not that team anyway. Next one is Fulham v West Ham. So 5 of the last 6 Fulham games have seen 3 or more. Both teams have scored in 5 of the last 7. West Ham are unbeaten in the last 6 now. Both teams have scored in 4 of their last 5. West Ham unbeaten in 9 against Fulham. 5 of the last 6 games seen under 2.5. This is a really tough one to call. You'd say West Ham. I'm not the biggest fan of West Ham, especially away from home. Fulham have looked all right as of late, haven't they? They've looked fairly decent. And who did they? They just bullied someone through the week. I can't remember who it was. It was about 10-0, weren't it? That I think it was 5-0, but this is a really, really tough one to pick. Me gut's telling me to lean towards Fulham, win or draw. I don't know who's going to be favourites. I don't know what the odd. This is going to be a coin flip. It really is. This could go either way. In these situations, I'll just back the home team. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Suggesting that it's going to be under 2.5, I'm not so sure the way these teams are playing. Maybe see what the odds are. If you can get good odds for the over on that, I really like the over 2.5 and not thinking about it. The more I think about it, the more I like it. Fulham to win or draw. But I wouldn't be shocked if West Ham gets something here. I really wouldn't. I'd approach that one with caution. Next game is easiest pick of your life, Luton v Man City. Got to feel sorry for Luton here, haven't you? I know City have what 3 draws, 1 loss in the last 4, 3 points out of 12. That's unheard of for this Man City team. And they're just going to take it all out on Luton, aren't they? They're going to take out all that frustration on Luton. People on TalkSport this morning saying, it's not going to be easy. It won't be easy. Luton, no. This will be the game for City where this will be like the 9-0 game. It happens every season to one very unfortunate team, and I think it's going to be Luton on the weekend. They really do. Man City get that one done. And the final game of the slate is Spurs v Newcastle. This is a tough one as well. Going off recent forms, this is a real tough one to call. No wins in the last 5 for Tottenham. No clean sheet in the last 6. Last 6 games have seen 3 or more goals. Both teams have scored in the last 6 games. And these have scored the first goal in the last 9 matches. I like that stat. 5 of the last 7 Newcastle games have seen under 2.5. That's the only consistent stat that they've really got. Head to head in this fixture, the last 5 have seen 3 or more goals. Both teams have scored in the last 7. Newcastle have scored the first goal in the last 5 games against Tottenham. Newcastle don't like travelling, do they? At least in my opinion, that's how it seems. They do not like travelling, and I feel like travelling all the way from Newcastle down to fucking London as well on the Sunday. I reckon they're going to be a bit leggy. They look like they were blown out of their arse against Everton the other day, and that's well closer than what they're going to have to travel to Spurs. So the Spurs get a win, I'm not so sure. The odds might be good enough to just take them to win or draw. I'd be looking at that. I'm not so sure on goals. Yeah, Tottenham to win or draw all day. That's all of them. 10 of the best. I'm looking forward to it. Like I mentioned before, we've won quite a decent bit of dough this week. I only imagine it's going to continue over the weekend. Got some really solid looks here. Officials. I haven't really picked anything out as of yet, but I'll have some boosts and that sorted in the morning. If you have a look on Twitter before kickoff, I'll post it on there at Paulie Sports. Go and follow me if you haven't. So I think we beat Crystal Palace, nice and easy. I think Brighton beat Burnley. I'm going to take both teams to score in the Man United and Bournemouth game. Sheffield and Brentford, fucking do what you want with that. I'm going to take Wolves to beat Nottingham Forest. I think that's a sharp play. Aston Villa and Arsenal, I'm not so sure. I'm going to wait and see what the odds are. Everton v Chelsea, I'm happy with taking both teams to score, or even Everton to win or draw. Couldn't talk it off either one of them. Fulham v West Ham, I don't know. I really don't know. If you've got anything for me on that, let me know. I'd be leaning towards Fulham win or draw, but I don't know. I'm not going to be betting that, I don't think. Man City will beat Luton, and I'm going to take Spurs to win or draw against Newcastle as well. Solid, absolutely solid. Don't know what the price is going to be. Should be an okay accumulator, that. Odds should be alright. Have a look on Twitter, see what I've went for. Not your lot. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you watching. Like the video if you've liked it. Subscribe if you want. Be cool if you do. And yeah, enjoy the footy. Let's go win some cash. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. And I'll see you in a bit.